pretty good at saving the Visage. Because in the team fights, like you mentioned, like Sven probably gonna try to kill the Visage first, try to focus him down, and then you have that save from the swap to actually make sure that the Sven doesn't kill the Visage, and you kite and try to raise and wear down the BKB of the Sven.
I also like it as a way to isolate the Pug. We talk about the Bat Riders, isolate the Pugna, but not so great. But Swap Silence, very good at killing any of their heroes.
They ban out the Bat Rider, so they actually think the Visage is mid. The Visage is actually gonna be a position 3. And I think the popular combination they like to run is like the Pug, the coil into the swap. Still available for them. It's up against a Nyx though.
Yeah.
Might be quite annoying.
What other heroes are there?
Good against heroes that are good against Nyx is like Dragon Knight. You want armor against men, and Dragon Knight will provide them the front line. Stun, like quite a stable hero.
Armor sucks though this game.
It's good against the Sven though. I know it's bad against the others, but good against the Sven. And it gives them a frontliner, which they need a frontliner right now. The other two options is like Puck with Ember, which are both gonna be countered by the Nyx. Because of the Carapace, gonna be very annoying, but it would still be great with their lineup. I actually would probably put those two on. I kind of think that he's the kind of player that if you put him on, he might not be so suitable for him. Like, if you have a DK in this team, I think you probably want Mushi. But because of the bench, I think Mushi played the bench, and I don't think he's gonna play the Visage. I'm quite certain that Ice is gonna. Quite a tough decision because none of the picks are like, oh, really good.
Working.
Yeah, but then again, you
It's all
come
versus
with the
Nyx.
Nyx column.
Oh, Nyx.
So this is something, I guess, in between. It doesn't get countered by Nyx heavily, but it's still annoying because of the Starstorm. You might hit the Carapace. It can still be annoying, but overall it gives them much more stability. They have extra stun to follow after the familiar stun or the bench initiation, and it gives them somewhat an extra late game physical right clicker. And he can build diffuser against the Sven. You want to remove the wall cry.
You mentioned that they need a frontliner though as their mid. Cause a problem that no one can really stand toe to toe with Sven in the fights.
I think if the bench is fat enough and you build like some halberd, maybe you can stand in front. Yeah, but I actually don't.
Is that a Mushi build? Go Halford first?
Double?
I don't know. I think they definitely need the bench to be a frontliner this game. Or
Solar Crest.
Yeah, or the Visage. I think the Visage is gonna go slow. He probably gets something else. Visage can be a frontline if he's having a good game.
Last pick.
Choose your
Deadly Quap.
And they would go Quap.
They're gonna have a decent balance in terms of now they're gonna have burst damage. After the Nyx stun, Sven stun, they're gonna have that Sonic Wave. I don't know, Ben, what do you like? I'm not so sure. Yeah.
I don't really think they have that great synergy with. I think Swap Silence is a little. I also really like Nyx, even though it doesn't seem to win that many games. I think
I just want to give you the the lowdown here. There is a lot of responsibility cursing.
Well, we can just go both different ways. Right.
So you're going with Navi.
I like Mineski more as a team. I'll go with Mineski. And what are you gonna do now?
So Melody goes with.
I was gonna say.
Let's curse him. Let's do it.
Wow, these guys are so good. Right now, they've cursed Mineski, or have they? Let's find out as we head into game 3. Can Mineski capitalise on a good draft, or are they going to get blitzed? Let's find out as we head back to our commentators.
Paul, you need to stop.
That one was pretty bad.
For battle.
Normally I'm okay with it.
Just stop.
Like, Paul's getting like older now, so I'm alright with these things.
Yeah, he's, I don't know, it's like grandpa humor or something.
Yeah, it's like, hi, you got us, dude.
Welcome back, everybody. Navi versus Mineski, game number 3. Obviously, that means the series is tied up 1-1 if you don't know the math. We are going into an interesting game. I would say there's a little bit of combination of classics and new. We're going to have a silencer on Mineski, which I feel like is a little bit new. We also have an off-lane Visage for Ice. But then we've got certain classics like the off-lane General Pugna, which I personally cannot say no to.
Yes.
Like, I'm a fan of Navi in this game because of that pickup there.
What did the analysts say? Who'd they say would win?
Mineski.
Oh man. So far I'm 2 for 2 in the series by just doing the opposite or whatever.
You're really going the opposite? You're going Navi with me?
You're going Navi as well?
Yes.
Oh shit, Mineski all the way.
Wait, so 2 of them.
Yeah.
You could go the opposite of 2 of them, but you want to prove me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, William.
Spite is the strongest force known to man. Like 80% of my decisions in life have been made purely based off spite.
Something bad happened, why you
like
quit coaching and come back to
Spite
casting?
and hypocrisy. Those 2 things like fuel me like no other. They're my new energy drink.
So you're just like, you're something like some sort of Powerpuff.
Yeah, but for like hatred.
Hatred and spite. And
I do think that this Queen of Pain has a lot of counters to her. I think the Sven is going to go pretty hard.
Do you think
though.
that was not the last pick for Dendy?
It was, they needed something mobile to pair up so that they could shove out waves.
Okay.
And they can't take something like Tinker themselves. I don't know. There's not a lot of options here.
So you
I'm
think it
assuming
was-
Lina was banned?
I didn't see it, to be completely honest.
Alright, that's fair. Queen of Pain does do really well against Mirana in the mid lane, by the way.
But is General going to be caught here? It's going to have to do a tree. Make sure Ninja Boogie doesn't block him. This should be a pretty easy lane for him, right? I mean, they don't really have a whole lot of kill power unless he gets in range of magic missiles somehow.
Still, Ice. Getting kicked around here. And this mid lane matchup is so rough. It's like,
Jabs is going to be the one who goes down. They actually managed to block his roll out. They do have a Mango to be able to pop
there's
that
the
extra stun, and that's it. First blood will actually be awarded to Seneko.
and a 2v2 lane that isn't exactly easy goes the way of Navi. They had to use the Mango though? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Not
Sven had a
value.
problem with Mango.
That's 100 gold down.
Roll right back up. Now, I mean, they kind of have to do that, right? Is they just have to keep going.
I'm just messing around and you got to get a kill. But it's this
Well,
mid-
yeah, of course. But I'm saying, like, they have to just keep running at bottom, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure because this mid lane right now is like Moon is pretty much dead already. Like if he gets stunned here.
Oh no, he got stunned by Roger. He does have the Fairy Fire. He's going to turn around and try and get up the nukes to be able to kill Roger first. Unfortunately, Dendy does manage to kill Moon, so no experience will be awarded to him, but he does manage to get the kill.
He has
Killing
leap
blow.
but the problem is like you have leap, but you can't dodge Shadow Strike,
Yeah.
so it's pointless. Like you're gonna get harassed no matter what in this matchup,
You have no
and you can't really kill the Queen of Pain either. Is the problem. It's like you're just getting mana burned and daggered repeatedly. Not really a favorable matchup for Mirana to begin with. Getting even rougher because of Roger's like straight up dedication to making his life.
See this, Seneko? Jabs rolled in front of him in order to get that enemy bounty rune, so he's like, oh, fine. I'll just take yours then.
Yeah. And Crystallize, by the way, finally gets to play the safe one. We saw it, I think the last time he
Oh,
played
the
it,
arrow.
so-
Not going to be able to land. And Seneko might just have to TP out of this one. Jab's not having the stun anymore. Not able to do anything about it.
Yeah. And Navi right now at bottom lane, just shoving things in. Everything pretty even-ish. They are winning 2 out of 3 lanes. And in a way, I say they're winning top lane because this Pugnant isn't being completely shut out or anything like that. Like, he's still getting levels because of his unbelievably high move speed. There is a benefit, though, to this, like, Venge 1 position, is that she doesn't really lose any lanes. Like, she's really strong. Her level 1 strong, her level 1 stun is so strong. As well as the fact that Wave of Terror, Vengeance are just a lot of extra beef for no cost. But this Pugna shouldn't die. Like 400 move speed.
He runs faster than the Venge, so how is he possibly ever going to get stunned? If anything, they could kill Ninja Boogie if Roger gets the right kind of initiation, but he's out of mana now.
Yeah, he's gonna have to reset. But general in this top lane, boots plus a windlace, and you've got 400 move speed. Like Green Goblin soaring through the air, getting all of his creeps tonight though. And at bottom lane,
We're going to go for it. The Visage kill. Trying to knock down that armor, slowing down the attack speed. They do manage to get the nuke out. The dual breath starts taking him down. Seneco's trying to get another hit in, which might have been able to finish him off, but the dual breath by itself will not.
Winning killed him anyways. He had
under attack.
a lot of HP built up actually, and he had a Tanko going. Plus
I mean, this offlane Visage, it kind of fits, right? In that it's just kind of a tanky offlaner once you start getting those levels in the cloak. It doesn't seem like a terrible idea to me.
I never thought it was a terrible idea. Like, it's something that Mineski's comfortable with. They keep doing this thing where they keep giving Ice these micro base heroes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the bottom lane that I'm worried about at all. It's the fact that their Mirana mid is level 4, and he's so poor that he's going around denying bounty runes, which I'm pretty sure is Earth Spirit's job. Because he's going to pick up a kill right here on Flamenco. Going to bolster his game a little bit, but still not exactly what you like to see a Mirana do, because on the flip side of things, then he's a full level ahead, and he's been completely uncontested in front.
27 and 18 for Dendi. Again, really making sure that he racks up those denies. Is 8? Roger. Going to be able to catch him with the Decrepify. Well set up by General, and he will take the killing blow.
I didn't even realize he had 8 CS right now on Moon.
Yeah.
He has 9 because he arrowed a creep, but it's like, this is pretty rough life right now. He just gets his bottle right now, but I don't even know if it matters too much to Dendi. Like, Dendi's stacked to the gills. He can't die with the raindrop.
And again, we are not winning our side lanes well enough for Mineski to make this all worth it.
Yeah. Their top lane, we could say, is losing. Their bottom lane is also getting harassed up pretty hard. So right now, laning phase-wise, we talked about how important the laning phase is. It doesn't determine everything, but so far it's been like a pretty good indicator of how the game might go.
You can say that Mineski's lineup does come online pretty quickly between these two cores. I would imagine Visage with the Familiars, and then Vengeful Spirit, especially a core Vengeful Spirit that's going to have those higher levels with Wave of Terror and such. They can do a lot of physical damage.
Yeah, and you remember something that we shouldn't underrate is like talent tree scaling for all 3 of these heroes. Venge has an excellent talent tree scale for core. You got the 25 attack speed, 8 to all stats, 65 damage. We talked about Mirana at length, the 150 HP, or no, you go the 8 agility, 30 attack speed, and the 50 damage on her. So you just have 2 ways to artificially inflate her damage as well. So they don't really need a lot of items to be successful, but they're going to have to get through this laning phase without too much trouble if they're going to stand a chance. Like, even the Visage 50 damage at level 15 is quite nice.
Too bad.
Moon is beginning to come back when it comes to CS, now that he's got his bottom lane. Can spam out a little bit more.
Yeah, things have kind of stabilized a little bit more for him, especially on the heels of those 2 kills, but Dendi's still 40 CS.
Wrap around behind Ice. Leading with the stun from our Sven. Will follow up on Roger. And it looks like they should be able to break down Ice. This time he will not escape on 60 HP.
Yeah, tanky but not tanky. But I'm not sure, do you think they can do that if he has birds up?
No, I don't think so.
And that's what he's going for right now. He's just trying to just like suicide dive until they punish him. But once he has birds up, the ability to like double stun should be able to save his life. And so he's just going to TP down here, do the same thing. I think Na'Vi wants to continue to punish this. So they're devoting 3 heroes down here. They've already secured their other 2 lanes, so the generals.
Let's kill that stack. That'll help the supports out a little bit as well, sharing the experience with them. You can see Earth Spirit trying to get a little close there. I'm not sure if he actually knew the stack was being cleared, but
there's an ancient stack too on the left side.
Yeah.
Like, this Nyx assassin has just done a little bit too
Top
much.
lane.
Roger TPing in.
General
Look at
getting
the
body
colors.
blocked up pretty heavily. Na'Vi are going to try and get a kill out of this one with Dendi blinking forward, going for Mushi. Magic Missile up in 1 second, and he does have a Fairy Fire as well as 15 Magic Wand charges, so he is a lot tankier than he looks like right now. Pops it now, just ahead of the Impale, just in case it landed, but it was just shot.
Is under attack.
They just TP'd 4 heroes up there. It looked like the sequence of Power Rangers, like when they all morphed together. Like there were just so many different colors that lit up in circles.
And they completed all those TPs too,
Yeah,
which
they
was
nobody
surprising
died.
to me.
Like everyone just
Arrow.
casually walked away.
Dendi is quite tanky though, thanks to the range drop, but they're still going to try for this kill. Moon jumps forward, but the blink is way longer distance.
Dude, he wanted that so badly. He had a DD rune. If he kills Dendi right there, game is right back on track.
Yeah.
Unfortunately though, doesn't quite have the damage for it. And that's the issue right now for this Mirana, is that when Dendi has raindrops, it's really hard for him to die.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Just
attack.
one of those nukes is going to be completely swallowed up. Arrow goes out top lane. Do manage to get General. And you can see Mushi's not even worrying about General. He's going to try and pick up that extra kill. Magic Missile stun, 4 seconds.
DD rune 2.
A little bit of leap buff as well, going into the trees, trying to hide himself away ahead of the Magic Missile. Do manage to see him though. And with all that minus armor, Dan, Moon was actually doing a lot of damage. Come forward though. Danny's going to try and fight this one. He has the ultimate too. He lines it up. He will hit all 3, but he doesn't manage to survive long enough to see the kill that he set up. Mirana goes down, but the other 2 will survive. Well worth it for Mineski.
Yeah, and if he had gotten the deny off as well, that would have been disastrous. If they were just half a second faster, Good news for Navi though, even with these sort of inefficient chain trades, they still have ancient stacks going. Something that I think that Mineski has to be aware of, but so far because of the bleeding in the laning phase, they weren't able to do anything about. But Navi does cost Dendy his life. At the same time, he did get more gold as a result of that kill being split amongst less people and stopping that spree from the Mirana. And at bottom lane,
they're really trying to catch ice here, but he does have the bird drops to be able to slow down Seneko and Crystallize. Dendy is the only one who can blink forward and slow down ice, but he just throws out the Grave Chill to boost up his movement speed.
Yeah, and Bird's have been reset too. He's got a medallion.
What do you think of his build, by the way? Not really preferring any of the abilities. I've seen, you know, a lot of Visages go for like a 1-1-4 build here, just 2-2-2.
I'm not sure. I'm not really, disclaimer, I'm not a Visage player, so I can only theorize. I'd imagine like I think you want at minimum like the second level of the layer reduction in the Grave Chill. The cooldown I think on the Grave Chill is pretty nice too, but
and then, I mean, I think the Soul Assumption, like, you're boosting that up a little bit early, but it does feel necessary against a Sven who takes so little damage from physical. Seneco's going to be caught. They made a rotation with Bushi, hoping to be able to catch a hero, preferably the Sven, but instead it's going to be the Jakiro, and turn that into an early push, one of the dangers of the Vengeful Spirit core.
Dude, this game right now, though, is going to get scary soon for Mineski. Like, this Sven has a lot of ancients to go for. He's going to pop his God Strength. No prime available for him, so the trepidation here is they already preempted the Sentry Wards, and Roger is level 6. Gonna just walk on by as Crystallize finishes the first of his stacks, but there's an even bigger stack to the left of him. Navi have done a very good job of scaling the Sven so far. The next 3 net worths, though, behind the Queen of Pain and the Sven, all Mineski members. That's why we see the gold advantage sort of leveled out here as just trading farm.
Now Roger rotated behind mid, spotted the Earth Spirit. So he knows there's not as many heroes here at this bottom lane, but still not enough for him to be able to go on anything here.
He's got Spike Carapace though, but he's just going to get stunned up. No opportunity to use it as Mushi nabs the kill for himself, and the assault starts bottom. Meanwhile, Ninja Boogie grabs his level 6 up top. So he's got that global prepped and ready. And I don't know what the response is right now for Navi. They don't have these gap closers quite yet. General probably has to TP for this one at bottom though if they want to try to get control of this jungle again. Or he just TPs up at top and grabs that tier 1 for himself. And Dendy.
Maybe Dendy will comply with that idea.
Oh, Roger?
Rotate up the top, see if he can get something.
He's in Viz right now. He's on top of the Surge Spirit, but also on top of Moon.
They're going to make the Bounty Rune disappear. No counter vision.
Yeah, so they know for sure.
They're going for Seneko though, underneath his tier 2 tower. Burst damage not quite there. Maybe the Familiar can get it, but he doesn't want to lose the birds. So he's going to start backing up, especially with General chasing him down. And the Nyx Assassin could wrap around behind him as well. They have the Sentry out though. They're going to be able to spot him. Ice is going to have to pull off some real juke maneuvers here. He wants to be able to get out of this one. Global Silence thrown down. The Sun already landed on Ice, and looks like he's just too tanky for them to actually deal with him. Going to be able to hit the bird stuns. 1, 2, and now Bushi going to be able to do the swap, bring Roger back. Enough to be able to hit the magic missile to get that kill. So Visage proves to just be too damn tanky. Even with only 2 levels of Gravekeeper's Cloak, it's enough to be able to stop that bit of burst damage.
And meanwhile, because of all these shenanigans in mid lane, they're going to lose this mid tower. It's starting to get a little bit low. Moon. Be careful though.
Then he comes in, but immediately going to be silenced, and the Familiar Bird's going to be able to follow this up. Dendy control. He's going to be able to get the blink into the trees though. If they manage to refresh that ultimate of the Earth Spirit, or caught by the Visage, he sees him. They've got him. 2 more seconds he would have lived, but unfortunately for Dendy's Queen of Pain, a panic blink puts him out in a situation he cannot get out of.
And that is the benefit of having a player like Ice. He shows himself at bottom, but the birds haven't shown themselves. Maybe Navi thinks they're wrapping around in case somebody tries to defend that tier 2. The aerial assault comes in, grabs that kill. Very nice kick too. The kick into the arrow setup almost wasn't enough, but the raindrops fade.
Former StarCraft player, you expect him to be able to pull off easy micro like this.
And he was a very good one too. Make no mistake about it.
Gonna be able to find swap back onto Crystallize right there with the Familiars. 4 members all on top of the Sven in the mid lane.
He is losing a large chunk of that advantage as Seneko, meanwhile up at top, they finally punish Ninja Boogie, who's just been sitting up here farming.
Dire's
I guess
top
none of the
tower
action
is
is
under
going up here.
attack.
Normally we saw him get punished for this. Remember his Jakiro last game when he was defending that tier 1 tower up at top? Dies in a
Dire's
similar
top
fashion, but this
tower
time around he
has
gets
fallen.
2 full levels out of that lane while his team is creating space around the map.
Radiant's bottom tower
And
is
a
under
large
attack.
portion of this net worth lead has been chunked away. It's now Mineski who's slightly ahead.
You could see Mushi is just setting up for more kills. He's got a swamp up, so they can do a swamp and arrow combo if they
Dire
want.
are scanning.
Midas finally
Radiant
completed
are scanning.
on this Visage, so he's going to continue to scale.
Dire's top
And now
tower is
things are
under
looking
attack.
a little bit scary for Navi. They had such
Radiant's
a lead on their
bottom
2
tower
cores,
is
but
under attack.
after this tier 2,
Dire's
it's going to get minimized by
structures
quite
are
a
fortified.
bit.
They're just not getting enough in return.
Radiant's
Maybe a
bottom
Pugna
tower is
Jakiro, but they
fallen.
just weren't in the place to
Dire's
push down this
courier
tier 2
has
nearly
been
as strong as
killed.
that one Shakespeare lineup.
Yeah. Dire Courier was killed though. Very nice shot by Roger, who met it at the back end. Looks like he's going for a Midas of his own.
Gotta keep up with the pace of this game.
Yeah, understanding that this game might just go a little bit later, and Crystallize probably going to finish up this next stack. It's not a very big one, but every little bit counts right now. They've lost control of this bottom jungle area. Mushi gonna run into Seneko. 1, 2, 3.
It's gonna be real easy, especially with the familiars coming in. Misses the 1 drop, but it doesn't matter. Mushi's just too fast with the Mask Menace. He's trying to work on that Shadow Blade that we saw earlier in
Roger.
Mineski.
He doesn't have his ultimate yet.
This is a really awkward position for them to be in. Mineski already gonna pop the Moonlight Shadow, still trying to chase down Roger.
He's got ulti in 3 seconds.
He's
The
got a
arrow's gonna
TP,
fly.
double kick, and arrow, dodges both. Just buying a lot of time right now. Does manage to go invis.
This is
no
ultra
counter.
chase creation right now.
Yeah, it really is.
Roger doesn't get hit by anything, and Mushi gonna farm up these neutrals. But Roger is doing such a good job right now, being as annoying as possible. Mushi realizes, guys, I'm not getting the XP that I would normally get out of clearing this stack. I should be level 12.
Oh, Dandy finds familiars without the Visage nearby, so they're pretty easy kills.
Yeah.
Only gets one of them, though.
Second, trying to fly away, but he's just gonna
Resummon?
resummon. He's got Orchid though. This is very nice Orchid timing.
Yeah, maybe they can actually kill. Oh, they've tried this before, though. Trying to kill the Visage. So tanky, and he has the familiars that will survive through that burst damage thanks to a Gravekeeper's cloak of their own. Can always get the stun down. The rest of Mineski are actually running up here.
Right now, don't necessarily want to
And
fight.
Smoke, see if they can get the roll in silence. They got him. Now here comes the arrow. Tried to dodge it, but body blocked up by Jabs really well. That long of duration stun is definitely going to spell Dendy's doom.
Yeah. Now Dendi,
Bottom.
on the bottom of the
Mushi.
Neko. There's the stun.
Look at that. Right click him down. He needed to throw off the ice path if he had a hope of being able to get away from Mushi there.
No chance. Absolutely no chance. I think the animation alone would have gotten him killed.
Yeah, he probably would have been. Even if he does, probably swap back before he gets to the trees anyway.
Yeah, so far, even though it's 6-13, for Navi, if they hadn't lost that Sven that one time in the jungle, they would have been so far ahead.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he did die, and they are losing a few too many heroes. We talked about how when it gets to this split pushy kind of style, when Navi starts to split up, they start to get isolated and picked off, and they resort to playing on opposite sides of the map. They begin to look a little bit careless. Whereas in that last game, they consistently look for these engagements. They look for these team fights instead.
Do you think they should be playing more of a 4-man Dota, where they aggressively push out with their 4 in order to create Sven space?
Yeah, I think so, just because this style of them playing very split on the map doesn't seem to favor them since Mineski. They seem to always want a 5-man edge. They're going to run into...
Especially a hero like Visage, who's so often been solo, needs to be punished by multiple heroes. As you can see, even with this 3, they're having a hard time taking him down. Scrapify, in general, with the life drain, will manage to get him in the end, though. And the familiars as well. Nice, an extra 2 and 4.
Still big Seneko.
Whoa! Seneko, swap back, stop the TP. He's going to buy a little bit more time.
He's like
To the
1
tree.
health. Oh, he kicked away.
Get out of my game.
The execute. As they're going to refill mana. That was a very nice pickoff, plus they forced a global silence. Not bad at all. Diffusal Blade completed on Moon, who uses it. First charge on that Shakiro, who has died very many times now.
All right, Sven kind of online now.
Yes.
Right, we've got our
Blink.
Mask of Madness, Echo Saber, Blink Dagger.
Yeah. I would like to see them fight before the BKB.
So it's probably smoke time, right, for Crystallize? I mean, you want that first initiation to go wildly successful for you. You want to get the absolute must of this. If you're looking at a core, if you're looking at one kill you're wanting out of this smoke, who is it on Mineski?
Venge. You want the Venge really badly.
Not the Visage, you want the Venge?
I think you want the Venge
Okay.
because this hero doesn't have that flash farm ability. Right now she's getting a large portion of her net worth just based on the fact that she's getting kills. So if you can slow down her momentum, it hurts her really hard. As we see, he's 4-0-6 right now. And he's nearly caught up to the Sven despite not really farming too much here.
Well, it looks like they couldn't find the pickoff they were hoping for. Mineski playing really defensive
If they get caught here, though,
around each other, so they're going to go for the Roshan instead. Mineski begin flying the familiars in. I think Roger wanted to be able to kill those familiars.
Still, they need to be able to get out of here.
Black Shadow, Roger is going to be able to stop that initiation. Plus the ice path, really well done. But can they actually finish their retreat? With the arrow coming out, does manage to nail the Nyx assassin. They'll turn around, finish him off pretty quickly. And Na'Vi going to lose Nyx. And that's going to be it. And unable to do the Roshan, as you said. If they get caught, it would have been really nasty and could have been a really fast victory for Mineski. It looks like they're going to try and take Roshan themselves, and why not? They know cooldowns are up for Na'Vi. They've got plenty of minus armor and physical damage.
Yeah. With the medallion and the Venge aura plus the Wave of Terror, they take that so quickly, and Na'Vi, they really didn't want to have to be forced in that position to go for the gank attempt and then swerve into the Roshan, because you have to pop God Strength early for that. And if they don't run into you immediately while that's up, you are essentially screwed because you have to run away. That's a large portion of your sense. Damage gone. As Dendi tries to make a maneuver up at top, he's pushing in this wave. Meanwhile, at bottom,
They can catch Mushi. He is way out of town. What is this neighborhood that Mushi's camped out in?
he is completely by himself under two wards. So even if he gets a Shadow Blade up, unable to do anything as he's nowhere near the rest of his team. He was the big kill right now.
He could have chilled out in his offlane jungle, farmed up those ancients. Since we do have the Mask of Madness, there are a lot of options that did not require him to be so offensively positioned.
Meanwhile, Dendi up at top. No arrow land.
No arrow land, no familiar drop in time. Clean escape for Dendi.
Still, he's doing a very good job shoving out the lanes. Probably what led to the kill at bottom anyways. Blink Dagger though.
Ooh, that's going to make things significantly harder for Dendi.
Yeah.
Harder for the Pugna too.
He needs a BKB. Which he is getting. BKB next. Protect your net worth. That's always been a mantra in Dota. If you have all of this net worth, it doesn't matter if you don't have a BKB. Because one silence is enough. Gem though, bought by the core Visage. He understands how annoying this Nyx assassin has been. Roger gained way too much information for his team.
I don't really know Mushi be able to play around the map with his Shadow Blade as well if they start running into wards and sentries.
Yeah, and right now Na'Vi are just trying to shove out the lanes to make it really difficult for Mineski to just 5-man up and go for a play with their Aegis. Right now they're just trying to avoid the Aegis at all costs. But Moon, he's going to make his way up at top. They've got the gem, likely to run into Roger here if they're not careful. First ward has been taken down. This should kind of signal Roger that things are up, but they're actually just going to swing right past him.
They
If
wrap
could get
up
Dendi,
and manage
though.
to get the back line. Dendi, he's going to be the first target to choke himself. Blink in, and he's going to stun. Easy combos.
Even
for
bigger
Mineski.
pickup.
A little bit fortunate that they did not run into that Nyx assassin.
Yeah. That was weird. It's like
Radiant's
at
middle
1 second you
tower
want
is under
Roger
attack.
to not die there, and then you're like, oh, kind of wish Roger had
Yeah,
died
I
there.
want him to take that gank.
But they most likely want a 5-man for this. They're pinging through mid. I don't know if they can go high ground off of this, but they're at least going to claim this tier 2 as their own.
They already had a good push in thanks to Moon.
Yeah, and creep wave going to meet up. Meanwhile, the creep wave up the top has been shoved
Radiant's
in.
middle
Moon is
tower
actually going
is
to try and
under
stop
attack.
this push at bottom lane while this team pushes through mid. Almost getting Seneko, will be able to get him with that last long-ranged hit. And the mid push, this 4-man from Mineski, also going unpunished. It seems like Mineski have a pretty good read at the situation, which is that Na'Vi are just not going to fight us. So we can get a little bit greedy with our pushing and our split up and trying to catch these heroes that are trying to split push us. See if Na'Vi do comply with the same game plan, though.
Do you remember in game 1 when he went for that same play when they were pushing up that top area?
Yeah.
That's what he was going for right there.
Yeah.
Because he felt like his team was strong enough to take those engagements. So they kind of doubled down there.
Is he right, though? Because the Sven is still a beast.
I mean, Sven is still scary, but they're going to run into a Nyx right now.
Nyx, free kill.
Where's their gem? Nowhere near. He preemptively pops that. He was worried. He's like,
Yeah.
I think their gem's here. Like, I need to get out. And Ice, he would have had that Aghanims nearly completed if it wasn't for his gem
Dire's
purchase,
top
but
tower is
opting
under
to go for the
attack.
gem, understanding of this team needs to start 5-manning soon. The Sven still very, very strong. Looks like he's got the BKB completed now. And we talked about when the BKBs come online, there's not a whole lot that Mineski can do except kite.
Oh, looks like he still needs the recipe.
Oh, why does he have the okay?
Yeah.
I thought I only saw the AC recipe on him, but he still has that one little bit to go.
He's got level 18 coming up, so Na'Vi definitely don't want to be taking any fights right now.
Still,
Dice
Seneko
are
is
scanning.
just pushing in lanes, TPing out, pushing
Yeah.
in lanes, TPing out.
I really like what he's
Dire's
doing.
bottom
He's definitely
tower
making a
is
lot
under
of space. Mineski keep on trying to run him down. Nyx Assassin's getting them a lot of information at the same time. So Dendi and Crystallize always feel comfortable.
And they're just shoving in this top area. Meanwhile, Dendi and
Radiant's top
Crystallize,
tower.
they're hoping that Mushi actually comes.
A forested endeavor for Crystallize and Dendi. Hoping to be able to get the blink stun onto...
Mushi, don't get baited by that. They know that you're liable to go down there this time.
Yeah, he's not going to make the... They kind of learn, right? Now be like, okay, this is what he does. Let's set up a trap for him. They get a sentry out and everything. Mushi not going to take the bait.
Yeah, with him showing up at bottom, that's effectively going to kill this push at top. And the Aegis going to fade.
Dire's bottom
BKB
tower
going to come
is
on
under
next for
attack.
Moon, who really wants that level
Dire's
20
structures are
talent.
fortified.
We talked about how you need all these talents for your team. Vengeful Spirit also wants his 65 damage. Shadow
An
Blade
absurd number. Especially for an agility hero who already has all the attack speed that you need naturally.
Who decided on that number? Like, what settled on that? He's like, what's a really good number for us? 65. All right, cool.
They basically decide what are the chances that a Vengeful Spirit core loses past 30 minutes.
Honestly. But level 18, as he Shadow Bladed up, he
Mushi's
wants
gonna find
go-
Seneko again. 3 kills all day. Mushi keeps on going for this punish. And eventually he might get caught by a trap by Na'Vi, but in the meantime, it's doing work to be able to stop Navi's split pushes. Or not really stop them, but at least punish them. Get a net worth, more and more of a net worth advantage for Mineski for every single one of these stalls that Na'Vi attempt.
That's 350 of gold every time, but I think they're gonna finally get Mushi here.
They are. Maybe not.
gets
Oh,
the
what a
kick out.
great jabs kickback. He blinks
he
in,
lives
tries
here-
to get the rollout, and he gets it too. Roger just runs forward, but it's a fruitless attempt. He's just going to feed away his life. What a star play from Jabs.
Oh my word.
That was so fast too.
He barely had time to react to that, and he gets the roll off to save himself. They get the kill on the Nyx Assassin. It did cost him the global silence, but a BKB charge the
Look at this.
first
The
fresh one.
stun, 1 second, boom.
Didn't even give him time to get that second swing off.
Yeah. Global silence stopping Roger
And he lives.
and Pugna from being able to do anything as Jabs rolls away.
I really want to see this reaction right now. Oh. No reaction whatsoever. He's like,
Yeah, just
normal
another
at
day in the office, no problem. Making plays.
Dude, I would have been hyped. Like, I'd be popping off right now. If that happened to me.
Dota players don't really pop off.
They're not really emotive. Like, Denny's
Yeah.
probably the most... Denny and Arteezy are probably the most emotive that I've seen.
Yeah.
Like, they react to plays, good and bad, the most. But for the most part, everyone else is just like... Because you gotta stay relatively calm. It's not like a knock one way or another.
I was talking to the makeup lady here, actually. I was telling her how in CSGO, which is the other game that she's seen a lot of, adrenaline's such a big thing. They gotta stay cool, calm, and Na'Vi, they're setting up a trap here. If they actually win this fight, Nyx Assassin is gonna be the first one to go down, but they're already targeting Moon. If they can trade 1 for 1, oh, Mushi with a swap back. One last hit from Seneko. Dendi blinks forward, trying to finish him off as well. With the
not
bottle,
quite dead.
it's just enough. Moon might be able to get out of this when Dendi's giving up on the kill, and Ninja Boogie's juked in the trees. Crystallize no longer has the BKB to defend himself. Bushi can go ahead, get this done. Here comes the stun back though on Bushi. They can't quite do anything though, being controlled up too heavily by Ice and his familiars. The Nyx assassin who died to be able to set up an attempted kill for Na'Vi. They wanted that team fight badly, but they couldn't quite get the kill. Too many saving mechanisms as Mushi, with the big swap, barely saves Moon's life.
That was so good for Mushi. And Moon at the same time reacts, he's like, I'm not quite dead yet. His fingers spamming that BKB key. He gets it off in time, saves himself with the well-timed bottle charges.
Scanning.
Very well done, but at bottom, he might just throw his life away anyways. He's got to leap for this.
Managed to get the press fight, slow him down. The follow-up stun, easy. Na'Vi managed to find a pickup, but Mineski, Roger, oh no, he's been spotted. Doesn't get hit by the stun, doesn't get the spike carapace off though, before the silence, so he is going to be controlled up, picked off. Seems like both sides employing the same hit-and-run tactics. Mineski trying to punish Na'Vi for all their split pushing, while occasionally Na'Vi will group up and try and go for that team fight. Dendy might have just found a free kill in Ninja Boogie.
No, he's not willing to commit to it though.
Yeah, good thing too. With those familiars just coming down the cliff, Dendy would have been in a sore spot.
Yeah, but man, Moon has that epic survive as everyone works so hard and tirelessly to keep him alive, and then 2 seconds later he just dies at bottom. Still, very well played by both sides, as we're going to see this team fight recap. He walks in, completely powered up. Mushi
They had so much with the swap.
doesn't even have a BKB, he just made that play, and Dendy blinks forward. The bottle tick is just enough, he has to give up on that.
29 HP, so little.
That was dirty. Well played by both teams, actually.
Yeah.
They didn't really lose anybody. They lost the Nyx assassin because he was first one in, but...
And he is working on a Blink Dagger. It seems like they want better initiation, as they should, because it seems like it's just the Sven blinking in and stunning, but they have these swaps. They have the blink kickback that we saw from Jabs. I don't know if do we have any like force staffs or anything? I don't think so, but it seems like for the most part, like just that one stun initiation is not going to be enough.
Yeah, they need more follow-up than that. And the Nyx assassin right now, he's trying to get a Blink Dagger because he realizes that this whole like invis purpose that he's playing in the game is kind of fading away. As they know that he's there. Ooh, they don't.
That is a Na'Vi sentry right there.
And now that the Visage is going to come in, Roger's going to hightail it out of there. But still...
Do we fight if we're Na'Vi? Do we take this engagement? Do we take any engagements right now?
I don't think so. I think you have to wait it out. I think the team fight right now from Mineski's way too strong.
Because, yeah, Sven is kind of, well, I guess he's not slowing down that much. He's going to still have the Assault Cuirass in good timing.
Yeah, he's still tops in terms of net worth. It's the rest of his team that's lagging behind right now quite a bit.
Yeah. All right, a smoke into the Roshan pit. Now, we've seen this story before. It was Na'Vi attempting it last time.
Yeah.
Mineski were pretty quick on the
This
pickup.
is really fast. And right now, Na'Vi, they're coming in for it. But I don't
It's
think
gonna
they
be too late.
expected.
Crystalline tries to jump in. He can still manage to get a stun, maybe, but no, the global silence is too fast. He popped his BKB before it, so he can do nothing now. Moon, fighting, jumps out of the pit. Makes sure that he's not going to get caught, just does whatever damage he can. Mineski, clean escape after picking up an Aegis and Cheese.
Yeah, and a BKB charge expended by that Sven. And this is so scary. Normally when you play Sven, these BKB charges really matter because the ability to just get kited against Mineski's lineup is so high right now. 7 seconds. Probably has one more good fight. Like, when you're at 7, you're still kind of okay, but 6 and 5 territory, pretty useless at that point.
So is this just going to be the story of a solo core being kited around too much and eventually loses? I mean, that's what I'm looking at right now from this Sven.
Yeah, right now it's getting a little bit rough because he needs another core to scale with him, but Dendy's a little bit too underfarmed. They've done such a good job of punishing him right now. 2-4-1. Hasn't really had the ability to participate in these kills.
Look at Dendy linking forward like that. Did have the invis rune, I guess.
Yeah, he's got BKB too. He doesn't fear the death in that situation.
Right.
Even if he gets global, I don't know if they can kill him when he's BKB'd up. But not really going to try as Roger.
Look at Snako popping out of the trees to macro pyre that next wave and see if he can TP out. But there is going to be an arrow here from Moon, which will punish him. So
Another
9 to 22.
300 gold. And +2 int.
You can see how desperate they are to just like stretch out this game.
They need to. They have realized at this point that a straight-on 5-on-5 fight is really difficult for them. And that's unfortunate because their lineup should be able to 5-on-5. They have a Sven, they have a Queen of Pain, they got a lot of different ways to initiate. They can all blink in forward, but this global silence kind of just ruins a large portion of their heroes, like the Nyx, the Jakiro, and the Pugna don't have follow-up for this.
So close to that blink dagger for the Nyx.
All the damage talents are online now too, for Mineski. Their heroes hit so hard.
Yeah, this is like one of the big peaks from Mineski.
Yeah, they've all got their damage talents.
Aegis, Cheese, start taking tier 2s. Let's take a tier 3 and get shrines. How will Na'Vi respond?
There's Greaves, by the way, on the Shakiro. Or, not
on the Visage.
Yeah, Visage, the other flying bird in the game. Dendi trying to get a Shiva's Guard, which would be a very nice pickup. It's the BKB, yeah, it'll block the magic damage, but everyone has now pivoted and swerved into becoming a physical
right-click
core.
carry, yeah. And Mushi doesn't really have a farming mechanism too much, thanks to the Mask of Manus. It's a lot easier, but Sven should always be ahead of him. He's now taking top net worth.
Radiant's top tower is under
Been afforded
attack.
too many kills.
Too many kills, not enough deaths. Only one death on Mushi.
Radiant's
Total is
top
Roger.
tower has fallen.
Showing himself while they grab that tier 2 tower up the top, roll forward. Not really looking to connect on anything though is Jabs, who's played such a nurse spirit. 1-1 in 10. Tremendous performance by him as he's going to make his way forward mid. Spike Carapace.
They've got great high ground potential. They'll break these heroes just because they have like a swap initiation, potentially to get a big pickoff.
But that's why Na'Vi not really risking it. Instead, they're going to send
Radiant are
Dendi,
scanning.
push in bottom.
Dire's bottom tower
Gotta
is
grab
under
as much
attack.
farm as he can. Mirana gonna TP back, reset things. I think Mineski realized they've got to take a big fight before they go for any sort of high ground assault. And Na'Vi realize that they're saying,
Mass
Here
TP's
we
coming
go.
in. They know they managed to split apart Mineski, and they're just hoping to be able to grab some of these heroes. Global Silence will buy them some time. That Visage between the Grave Chill, I think they popped the drums on the silencer as well. He was going max movement speed.
they could not keep up. Plus he has Guardian Greaves, like he does not die very easily, especially with the Gravekeeper's Cloak. A lot of damage reduction here.
That was at least some cooldowns used.
Yeah, global. But I don't know if that means
Swap back.
kill here.
Got him. General gonna be pulled to his doom.
And this is a significant death here. Mineski, without that Pugna Ward and his Life Train, they might actually just decide to go for this, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. They hit quite hard right now. General has that buyback available.
Familiars are getting free damage in. That's a bit problematic. We'll catch a lot of them with the Ice Path. They're trying to finish him off. Guardian Greaves keeps him alive. Force staff on the weak one. Just allow it to be able to drop down. And in the end, that was a good 600 damage done to that tier 3. That opportunity. Oh, they spotted the Nyx Assassin. He blinks ahead of the Urn Tick, though. There goes the Aegis. 15 seconds till the Pugna's back up. Are Mineski gonna risk another push while there's so little time left?
Yeah, looks like they want to go for it. Arrow flies, doesn't connect on anything, but
Radiant
Manta
structures
and
are fortified.
these familiars, they're going to force out the glyph now. Mineski not really committing anything too hard.
Pugna's back. Nyx Assassin is mid from behind, so they may be able to get their initiation here, but
Dire's top tower is under
is it a
attack.
fight that they can really win?
Yeah, they got swap available too, and that's why Mushi was walking forward. They don't have global though for another 15 seconds.
Moonlight Shadow. They drop a sentry. They spot Seneko though. Even it does manage to get the impale though on the Mirana. Maybe gonna follow that one up. Crystallize thinking about it. He starts to work himself really fun. He gonna get stunned up by the familiars. Now he's gonna pop his ultimate. And the BKB tries to lock down. Oh no, but the Solar Crest is gonna stop so much the damage. Crystallize turns and goes for Moon instead. She's being kited around constantly now. Slow down confusively. Hits by big news. Global Silence thrown out as well. There's no way they could be able to stop this Sven from going down. Na'Vi can't save him. Dendi has already thrown out his full load as well. Got off the ultimate, only managed to kill the Earth Spirit. Mineski will get away with getting a tier 3 push and manage to kill the core Sven.
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
pretty much giving nothing for it. They lost a support Earthshaker, or Earth Spirit rather. No one cares.
Yeah, and right now they're going to try and heal up. They can go again if they so choose. And I told you, Cap, the power of spite. It would fuel me in being 3 for 3.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
They're going to go
Sure,
for
who's
this
feeling
shrine.
a lot of spite is Crystallize. He looks lost out there when it comes to these team fights.
It's the BKB charges.
Yeah.
It's 6 seconds now. He just goes in, stuns, and he's looking around. Everyone's getting force-staffed around him. There's no clear target for him. He can't burst the Visage.
And he
The
starts
problem with
hitting the
BKB
Venge, and he's solar crested already with the gigantic armor upgrades
He
he's
sees
got.
like one target with the
Radiant's
BKB,
middle
another with the
barracks
force
are under
staff,
attack.
and the Visage just doesn't die. Meanwhile, up in mid-moon,
Slow him down with a macro pyre, and it's going to be
BKB.
able to force the BKBs.
yeah. 3 BKB charges also running out, but not as easily
Radiant's
kited.
middle barracks
As he's
are
got
under
leads to work with Natus.
Oh no, Roger going to be sacked
Sweet.
by the familiar stuns. No spike carapace. Back to a 4 versus 5, just as the Sven was coming up to you. And familiars finish off the racks, trying to
Sven.
slow down the Vengeful Spear from being able to retreat.
They need this fight. They're trying to jump forward, make something happen. Crystallize showing himself up front, but Mineski, they're just going to disengage. They could wait for the next Roshan if they want right now too. They're so far ahead right now.
It does not look like, to me, they are ever going to be able to get the straight 5-on-5 win on Na'Vi. So we got to do something a little bit different.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what that is, though.
I think your Queen of Pain has to push out the lanes,
Radiant's
and you've got to
top
force
shrine is under
Mineski to take another 4v5, and you have to be decisive there.
Okay.
Because there's like a split-second opportunity where maybe it can work out, but Na'Vi hesitates a little bit because they're not even sure if they can win the fight 4-on-5.
Radiant's top shrine is
Remember that
under
one time
attack.
in the engagement by the shrine when they saw that the bench and
Radiant's
TP
top
bottom?
shrine
They
has
tried
fallen.
making that happen, but they just
Right.
popped drums. Ice started clapping people with birds.
Dire are
It's going to
scanning.
get even worse if he can get Sheila's.
Yeah.
So tanky. And the familiars are such a big problem.
The familiars are a huge problem.
You're
especially-
zoning out Na'Vi half
Yeah.
the time.
When the BKB start to wear down, like the familiars, the first 3 do their job, then you can summon another set. They'll continue to stun Ice. We talked about his micro prowess. Very strong right now is Na'Vi. Like you said, look a little bit lost. They picked up a Gem Pharaoh now. Suneko purchasing that one.
The only way they're going to win this game, it seems, is off of a vision advantage.
Yeah. They actually had that for a while.
The straightforward game is not for Na'Vi. They're going to start going onto a Mirana. There is the Global Silence, though. Going to pop the Manta and turn. Tries to land on the Nyx Assassin. He is able to get away, though. Familiars being dropped all over the place onto Na'Vi. Mushi's going to find his initiation on a Suneko.
Oh,
Immediately going to be
got
turned around on one. No! What a great match to jump. Now Crystallize has nothing to be able to wail on. He tries to just hit Visage Familiars, but now the BKB is going down. He's going to be slowed down by the Fusion Blade. Same problem as last time, except for this time, Na'Vi don't even have the defense of their base. What a good kickback there from Jazz. Managed to turn an extra kill potentially in general as he's going to be slowed down. Tries to get over the cliff with the Force Staff, but going to be caught by the extra nukes. Flying over the cliff as well to chase him down. 2 down for Na'Vi with no buyback, one of which is the big Sven. Gone for a full minute, and this could just be the end of game number 3 as Mineski are going to have a clear advantage, taking multiple sets of rags here. Maybe even mega
Radiant's
creeps.
bottom
Yeah,
tower
this
is
tower's
under
going to go
attack.
down for sure. Spend no buyback. They're going to call it not even going to try the defense. They understand. Even their heroes that are alive don't have buyback.
Yeah.
You can't do a 3v5. If you can't do it 5-on-5, you're definitely not doing a 3-on-5. They get one more kill on the jab.